Let's read this right too. This cabinet will. Wow. Senegal new government has been appointed, PM Sonko says. Dakar, April 5th, right? Senegal has a new government with 25 ministers and 5 junior ministers. Prime Minister Osman Sonko said on Friday, following the presidential landslide election victory in March, the cabinet was approved by President Basiru Diomaye, Faye, 44 years old, who was inaugurated on Tuesday and appointed Sonko as a as key backer as Prime Minister. Faye succeeded President Macky Sall, whose 12 years presidency saw a rising wave of public discontent. The cabinet will be closely watched after Faye made radical campaign promises such as dropping the CFA franc as the franc Western African common currency. He has slightly backtracked on that pledge, but this week the former tax inspector promised an audit of the oil, gas, and mining sector. The appointed key appointments include Keith Diba as finance minister. Diba was previously the finance ministry director of budget programming. Abdurrahman Sar was named economy minister. Right. The oil and energy ministry will be held by Baran Souleye Diop, who was vice president of Sonko and Five now dissolved Pastef Party. Two generals were named interior and defense ministers. Right. The right to daily briefing newsletter provides all news, blah blah. Okay. So as you can see there, Senegal is on the verge of becoming the youngest government. Like Senegal's government, they're on the verge of becoming the youngest government in history, in Africa. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? No. Macron, although Macron is young himself or came to power very young, he has not um, been a good ambassador for the youth. He's not been someone who supported the youth in Africa to rise up and take over. He has rather been someone who was very keen on preserving what was already there. Uh, so this, to me, is a changing point in Africa. The fact that the young now new government of Diomaye Faye is taking charge of the affairs is an indication that African youth is actually not just willing to see change, but actually demanding change. They are demanding change. Um, there's a lot of comments in here. Assala, assalamu, as, alas, alaikum. I don't know. Is it assalamu alaikum? You want to say? Are you Christian? Assalamu alaikum. Malaikum salam. Malaikum salam. And in Cameroon, where I come from, they'll say Barkala Salah. Barkala Salah means a good, have a good Eid. Assalamu alaikum. Malaikum salam. Oh, God. Don't get into debate with religion. And this is from Stanley the Great. So, Senegal, young government is going to show, just like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, they are going to show to the rest of Africa how to get Africa out of its current um, predicament where the West is still dictating to Africans what to do with their country, with their economy, with their resources. So young leaders like this is what Africa needs. We have um, numerous um, kind of resources. We have like a lot of resources that have been misused, mismanaged, and something like this, these young people are supposed to be the ones that understand the challenges of the moment, the ones that understand the challenges of um, this era, and the ones who are best suited to face and deal with those challenges, whether it's the currency, whether it's the international politics, whether it's the negotiation with the Western countries, which is a one-sided or has been one-sided system for forever now. The United Nations, we don't have any relevancy there at all. I mean, as African countries, we don't have any representation there that kind of balances with the size of our population. You know, Europe who has like less than a quarter of the African population, has got too many seats there in the United Nations. And Africa, the country, has like one rotative seat. That must end, and that will end. The war that Russia is waving on Ukraine somehow has that aim of making sure we don't get a unipolar world again. It has to be a multipolar world. And within a multipolar world, it's guaranteed that we will have to get away from these deals that don't protect our own interests or the interests of our people. We have to put the interests of our people first. So let us know what you think about these new leaders in Senegal. I'm very amazed that we see the size of the government. It's not massive, massive government. 25, 25 ministers is pretty much good, but they can do better. They can reduce them further. But I guess this is for a start because your system has been used to getting so many ministers. You can't just cut it by half. You have to move gradually here. So I think when we get to 15 ministers in Africa, in most African countries, then you will know that we are heading um, somewhere nice, that we have reached a certain level of stability, a certain level of maturity that we've never seen before. 15 ministers, yeah, that is the bar. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is Diomaye Faye going to be successful as president? Uh, I'm Mamadou Sonko is prime minister. Were you expecting somebody else to be in that position, or were you expecting Mamadou Sonko to be the prime minister there? I was expecting to be prime minister, and I was expecting to also be the president of the National Assembly when the election comes in. I know it's November when they can dissolve the assembly and we go to elections. And they're going to smack Macky Sall's parties again. They're going to destroy it completely. So let me know what you think in the comment section below about Senegal new leaders or new leadership. And join us in the comment section below to argue your position. See you soon. Have a good day. Bye bye.